Hey guys, Black Hollywood Live Conversations, and guess who we have in the building? The one and only Lamon Archey is with us. Make sure you guys stay tuned.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live Conversations.
A nice little vibe.
Right.
Nice little. Hey. That's how I feel too, Tami.
Oh my God, this music.
Nice little Erykah Badu vibe. That was picked by the one and only, our guest today. Hey guys, what's up? I am Nakia Monet. Welcome to Black Hollywood Live Conversations. And guess what we have in the building? I mean, if you are watching us and you can see, he is sitting next to me. But if you cannot see and you're listening to us, we appreciate you guys. The one and only Lamon Archey's in the building.
What up, what up, what up?
And I am joined, I'm not the only one today, I am joined by the crew in the panel from the amazing, what is it,
Dishin' Days.
Dish.
Who are you guys? Tell us who you are.
Tami, go ahead. Ladies
Okay,
first.
so Tami Goveia.
And Michael Mattis.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they cover all soaps and they do cover Days of Our Lives. So this is
Yes.
awesome. So we're kind of mixing today Black Hollywood Live and soap and dishing.
Mixing life.
Mixing life. And
Mixing
Lamon is
life.
here with us.
Yes, glad to be here. Appreciate
Happy
it.
Sunday.
Appreciate you being
Good to-
here on Labor Day
Good to
weekend.
see you again.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Okay. Shout out to Steve. He's our engineer, so sometimes he tells us
Keeping
things to
us in
do.
check,
He gets
yeah.
us in check. And for all the fans, shout out to you guys. I see you guys are in the chat. You guys are
Yes.
live. For those who don't know, we do have a live chat right now on YouTube. So if you guys have questions, send the questions our way. I'll be asking the questions. Matt and Tammy's going to kick off the interview, and we're going to start right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's amazing because you've got a bunch of stuff going on right now. I mean, as if days wasn't enough. You know, you've got so many projects going on. Want to start with Engaged.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Engaged, I played a therapist. You know, I actually have to talk to the director. It's kind of one of those projects where I do my scenes, I shoot, and then I don't know from that point on, I'm away from it. I don't know if they're still shooting. I'm kind of just waiting like everyone else. When is it going to be released or whatnot? It's kind of the way that, films and TV are, is done. There's a release date, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that
yeah.
us actors don't really we don't really have the knowledge or not the knowledge, but we're just not privy to. So I actually have to make that call and find out what's actually going on. This is going to be released. I'm
Where's it
waiting
gonna
too.
be?
I want to see it. Yeah. But yeah, so I played a therapist on Engaged, and I was basically I was coaching a new couple that start off as friends, and they got engaged, and they were going through some mishaps and whatnot. So I was just kind of there to just coach them through some stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was going through some of the projects that we'll get into, and I noticed, is it Sean Andre?
Sean Andre.
Sean.
Yeah.
So he's attached to a lot of these
Yeah.
gigs that you've got going on.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the director of Engaged.
He is the director.
correct?
Yeah, I've known Sean for many, many years.
Okay.
Many years. Yeah. Actually, he was like probably one of the first few people that I met when I first came to Los Angeles, and we've always stayed, in contact. We were in rewrites for a film he and I are writing right now, which I don't want to give too much information on.
We'll get into that next project. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love how organic these relationships can be here in LA.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like being a real estate person. Like you make a relationship 10 years ago.
It's important.
And
And you
then-
stay connected. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
have
stay
that.
connected, and then you get that phone call. It's like, hey, I've got this going on. What do you think? Let's. And
Have
I
your own little
love
network,
that.
Yeah,
I
I think
love
it's
that.
very important. I think in Hollywood, it seems to be a lot of who you know, but relationships mean so much.
Yeah.
And I think it's always good to have a good core foundation of people that you started with, and just kind of ride that wave with them as well.
How long have you been in LA?
16 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.
Where were you
years.
before that?
I was in the Bay Area. I was born in Daly City, but I'm
I'm
from
from
San
San
Mateo.
Francisco.
Okay,
I love the Bay Area. Okay, Bay Area. Shout out to
I've
the
been to
Bay
San
Area.
Francisco.
that.
Same. I visited.
The Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah.
And I visited Oakland as well.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother lives in Oakland.
Emeryville.
Hey, see, we're all here. We're connected.
It's a lot of people that live in LA that are from the Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so many people.
It's like another country, though. When I moved to LA, It was
from the Bay Area.
From the Bay Area.
Well, and there's kind of a
different world.
rivalry.
It's a different
I've
world.
learned from living here. I come from Ohio, so I've lived in Ohio and I've lived in LA. Like those are the two atmospheres I know. But yeah, there seems to be like a rivalry between SoCal and NorCal thinks that NorCal's better. SoCal thinks that SoCal's better. I like both, but then again, I don't have like that strong. I've been here 11 years. I don't have that strong connection. But yeah,
There's a little rivalry for sure.
Just a little.
This other project, Draw, that's also a Sean.
That's the one
That's
that
the one.
we actually need to get back and connect. I've been busy. He's been busy.
So which came first? Draw and
Draw actually. Well, you know what? I don't know because I'm not as far as engaged. I was an actor on the show, so I wasn't, involved in any of the production, writing, directing, or anything like that.
But Draw, you're also a
so
writer.
Draw, I am a writer. in
That's
Draw
so
as well.
exciting.
Yeah. So
my
Draw is
God.
actually my idea, and I spoke with Sean, and I brought him onto the project, and we finished, and we were like, no, we're not done. We gotta go back. We gotta go back and redo some stuff.
The work is never done.
Yeah, exactly.
once you was it you stepped away from it and went back to it?
Yeah,
You
there was a
realized-
time where we actually thought we were complete. Like we actually sat down, we brought in some actors, we had a table read, and once we had the table read, we just figured it was some stuff that we wanted to change. We went back, did some rewrites, and then I felt like it should have been a feature as opposed to a short.
Okay.
So now it's a feature, so we need to go back, add more, change certain things. So
Flesh it out a
yeah,
little.
it takes time, and I'm a perfectionist, so I'll read something and I'll sit with it happy and I'll like it, and then 2 weeks later I'm like, no, I don't like it anymore.
Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay. Virgos tend to be perfectionists. That's why I asked that.
Do you feel like a sense of accomplishment, like once you've written it and you were seeing it like being brought to life? Like,
Yeah, I did.
Like even though
I did.
you making changes and you realized did you get like a feeling of like satisfaction?
I did. You know what? It's one thing to sit there and read something that you've written in your own head, but just actually to sit back and see other actors bring it to life.
That table read must have just blown your mind.
Yeah,
Because you can hear it.
You can hear it, and then you really get an idea of what you want for the film and what you don't want, what you see in characters that you may want to change. I mean, it really changes your whole view, and which is why we're in rewrites.
What's harder for you, acting or writing?
Writing.
Yeah.
I think writing is, and I say that because, I think that when you're telling a story as the writer, there's a direction that you want to take, but it's very important what. I know, it's like you can say certain things and it just be whatever, but I feel like what an actor says means so much for a film as a whole.
Every word counts.
Every word counts. And I don't want to just fill in a lot of just flub of just words just that don't mean anything. And I think, that's one of the things, there was some things in there that just didn't really need to be said. It didn't really take the film anywhere. So that was some things we had to pull out and, just kind of structure better. But I think writing is much, much harder.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Draw is about? Can you say?
It started off as a film loosely based off of my childhood. Now, because we've taken a different route, I won't really go off into what happened in my childhood, but it has to do with a mother and a child and their bond that was, what's the word I can use here? I'll just say interrupted by a boyfriend of the mother. Yeah.
Now you play a doctor in this as well, in Draw?
No, you know what? That I actually haven't figured out yet.
Okay.
I know I'll be in it.
I love how
but
this
Like, I'll be there.
I'll be in it.
It's
But I
still
haven't figured out
percolating.
what I'm actually going to do. with
Character
it.
TBD.
Yeah.
It's still percolating. Do you have dreams? Like, do you dream about it?
I did, but not recently because I
Okay.
haven't started back. It's not heavy on my mind right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of the writing actually came around 2 a.m.
Isn't that amazing?
laying in the bed, can't sleep, and I'm just, my mind's going 100 miles per hour, and next thing I know, I'm with a pen, I'm writing down, and I'm up to like 4 a.m. writing.
I'm sorry, you're writing with a pen?
Yeah, I write with a pen.
For real?
Keeping it up. I like that.
Some people
my
still use.
God.
Some people still use a pen.
Oh
and paper.
no, but I'm just, that surprises me. That's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, it's a lot of scratching and stuff that goes down, but yeah, I write with the pen.
Oh, I love that process. That's so cool.
Now, she asked you which was harder, writing or acting. Is there one that you enjoy more than the other?
I enjoy acting.
Acting, like bringing a character to life.
Yeah, I enjoy acting. I find that to play someone else besides myself, I love it. Yeah.
What has been like your favorite project in your acting career, if there is one?
You know what? I don't think I have one yet.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm doing it, I enjoy it. But something that stands out where I'm like, oh my gosh, if I can go back and play this character. No, not yet. I'm looking forward to that though.
Can I tell you what my favorite is?
Yeah.
It's not so much acting, but I know that you were modeling before and you did some video work and you in Destiny's Child's video catered to you. For those who don't know, you were acting beside Beyonce. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's one of my favorites.
I always say, like, no matter what happens, that will always be my claim to fame.
Listen, you get to sit next to Beyonce. She does the cater to you before she does it on the BET Awards. So you got the official first. I would be saying that too. So that's my favorite. I just wanted to throw that in there, guys.
No one will ever let me forget that. You know,
Of course.
I can go back home and see some friends back home, and I can be like, yo, man, I'm coming out, I'm about to be in this new box office hit. Oh, world, but hey, you was in that Beyonce film, and then was in that Beyonce video.
Yeah.
Though.
You can be like, guys, daytime enemies. They're like, no, but cater to you though.
Yeah.
It was with
Beyonce. That's all that matters.
When
all
you
that
when you
matters.
get those Oscars for writing and acting, you gotta thank.
Yeah, I know. I got to shout out Beyonce.
I do want to, speaking about shout outs, I do just want to give a quick shout out to the fans that are in the comments. They're showing you major love.
They really are.
They love you so much, guys. If you are here, you can ask some questions, but a lot of them are just saying they're super proud of you. They can't wait to see what's coming. They have some days questions, so I'll get into that when you guys start talking about days.
Thank you,
But everyone's
fans.
just
Appreciate
saying
it.
how much they love you.
I love
They
y'all. The
really
love is circled right back.
Aww.
That's awesome. So yeah, if you guys are listening, make sure you send some more questions and we'll ask those.
I will say you are very fan friendly on social media, on Twitter, and I think that resonates with the fans, and that's why you have such a great social media following, because you engage with them, and you're not kind of, you know, I found that some actors are kind of maybe a little standoffish and don't communicate, but you and Sal just have a great following, and they.
I try to be. You know, as much as I can. I would say I'm more of a watcher.
Okay.
Than anything else. I would say more so on Instagram. You know, I'll talk. But yeah, I think to some degree it's very important. You know, to talk to the fans and you know and let them know that. Hey, I'm just a regular person, just like you are. You know,
And that resonates with them. They feel like, you know, they can relate to you better. Yeah.
You know, you said you moved here 16 years ago.
Yeah.
So much has changed in the business. So much has changed.
A lot. Yep.
And I remember with this whole social media thing, I was fighting it. Like, I don't want to talk about stuff. I don't have anything to say.
See, I was the opposite.
You know,
I
no
was like,
one's
I have
gonna
things
care.
to say.
But yeah, as I got into it, I think like you start to understand how important it is.
Yeah,
To
and I mean,
connect.
I'm a private person at
Exactly.
heart, you know, and I'm very much a hermit crab, stay to myself. You know, I'm always at the house. But I understand how important it is. You know, in this day and age, it's so important to be, you know, available to your fans. I can't remember if it was an interview I was watching of Will Smith or Denzel, and he was saying, one of them, like whoever it was, they were saying that they come from a genre or a place where being secretive and being
The
the
mystery,
mysterious,
yeah.
that's what it was all about. I like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I miss that.
I do
I
too.
love that.
I miss that. Remember, you
Yeah.
would just read the magazines and you
Yeah.
would
You were
figure out.
surprised.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would figure out what like you were doing or like Denzel, but you had to wait until it came into a magazine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think with the Instagram and social media, it's so new now because, and especially for I think us on this side, we don't think about you guys on that side because I'm like, this is something new for people in the industry where they're like, wait, people can watch me live now, and
Yeah.
I have to tell them everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I miss that too as well.
And they see you, 10 times a day on this post and that post and that post. And I've never been the, selfie type thing. I mean, it's cool.
I hate taking selfies. I hate taking.
Oh,
My husband's a selfie, and he's like, "Babe, lean in," and I'm like, "No."
You're like, no.
Yeah, just I mean, I can be by myself in a room and I'll be like, oh God, I'm taking a selfie.
Or when you're talking to yourself in your phone and you're like, okay, this has to stop.
Yeah, I'm by myself. Hey guys, it's me. Just want to say hi. Oh.
And it's so interesting because of your model background. You would think that taking a selfie would be like no big deal at all.
Well, it's different because I mean there was always a photographer taking a picture of me. I was never taking a picture of myself, and I don't know. I just feel like it's just it's just ego driven a little bit.
I was gonna say, do you feel like it's a vanity
little
thing?
conceited.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit, and then I'm picky
Feel the
too,
same
and it's
way.
like, oh, I don't like that picture. I need to take another one. I don't like that one. I take
like me.
about 20 pictures in, and I'm like, I don't like none of these pictures.
I'm with you.
That's funny because this whole conversation leads into Starlet, that other project.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one. We actually haven't started shooting that, or at
But
least
that's
I
on
haven't
the-
started.
that's
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
horizon,
exactly.
something
But
to
I
look
haven't started
forward
shooting
to.
that. Yep.
Also another Sean.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
this is great.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Working.
Work it, yeah.
Yep.
Because what happens is you've got that trust, which is invaluable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's invaluable in any business, but especially in the entertainment industry to have relationships, working relationships as well, that you have that support.
Yeah, I mean,
and
you hear
have
it
that
all. You hear it
trust.
all the time where these huge directors, they keep hiring the same actors
Yeah.
for their
Oh,
films.
yeah.
So I mean, just wait till the day where Sean makes it, and the next thing you know, I'm in all his films. Or I'm huge and I can bring him on. Just like I said, I mean, it's always good to have a core foundation that you grow with.
Right.
Yeah.
The core foundation. Talk to us a little bit about the Hallmark episode you did with your family. It was a lifestyle.
Oh, the TV
episode.
segment.
Yeah, it re-aired. I mean, you did it back, I think, in 2017, but it re-aired recently. Hallmark Channel's Home and Family.
Yeah. That was fun.
Such a beautiful picture. I wish we'd actually put it up for media, but
That was
it's of
actually
you and Mercedes.
Mercedes,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
your fiance Mercedes, and just talking about family. I mean, 3 children.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Great.
The whole family is beautiful. Mercedes,
Thank you.
kids, the whole family.
I think the biggest question when I first, doing Days, that's how I found out how you were and reading about you. It's like, how on earth do you juggle this whole thing? Because it's a lot with now you've got the writing, it's the acting, it's the writing, it's the family, it's social media, it's so much.
To be honest, I don't even know if I really have a solid answer. It's kind of a day by day type thing. Every day is different. I know, you're like, hey, kids go to school Monday through Friday. My work schedule changes, and it's never the same. So it really is take it day by day. And when something goes wrong, if you don't have a sitter this day, you just have to deal with it at that time, and things always work out. You don't have a choice not to work out. You have to work things out.
You can plan things as well as you want, but things happen and you adjust.
Yeah.
Speaking about juggling, you've been in so many things and you're a busy person, but we do have some questions in the chat.
All right.
Shout out to Tony, Lounging with
Hi,
Tony.
Tony.
Hey, Tony. Tony's question to you is, which TV show would you love to have a part on?
I would probably say it would have to be one of my favorite TV shows. So I would love to be on Game of Thrones. That's one of my favorite TV shows. And if I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, what character could I be? I guess I would be one of those characters who didn't have balls or they're... What are the... You don't watch the show then?
That's my mother's favorite show.
You watch the show?
Some here and there.
Do you watch the show?
Castrata?
Oh, y'all don't watch the show? Oh, my.
I'm
So
guilty.
then,
That's my mother's. My mother hates me because I don't watch Game of Thrones. She's like,
my
who are
gosh.
you?
All right, so then there is this group of soldiers, and I can't remember what the name, and maybe the fans will know. They'll know one of the names of this group of soldiers. And there aren't too many black people in Game of Thrones.
Right.
But one of the main character, he's black in this group of soldiers, and it's known that all of them, I think either they don't have nuts or they don't have a penis.
Whoa, I gotta watch Game of
And the
Thrones
reason
now.
why is because they were all chopped.
Oh.
Yeah, they took away their manhood.
The unisold? The unsold?
You're saying it wrong.
Unsullied.
saying it wrong.
Unsullied.
Unsold.
Can you tell that I don't watch Game of
Yeah.
Thrones?
Yeah,
Kill me now, fans.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Shout out to NJ
Unsullied.
Prince. Who,
So I guess I would be one of them.
okay, very
Yeah.
nice.
And if not, I'd probably love to be on The Walking Dead.
oh, that's another good show.
Yeah, I love The
A
Walking
lot
Dead.
of killing. Okay, I'm here for this.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so let's get into some more questions.
Is there someone asked earlier, I'm trying to go back and find who it was, but is there anyone on Days of Our Lives that you haven't done a lot of work with that you would like to have scenes or a storyline with?
John Aniston. I like John.
Yeah.
He
John
is
is-
magic.
There's so much going on with
Man.
that guy. He can just sit down, deliver his lines, but there's just so much going on with
They're
that
laugh
guy.
out loud usually.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Oh my
His little
gosh.
one-liners. I love that guy. He's awesome.
Victor Kiriakis.
Yeah, we love him. Chris Miller in the chat wants to know about your Days audition. How did you actually get the
Oh,
part?
that's a great question.
Yeah, I think I did. Was it 3 auditions? I had one with the casting director Marnie. Then my second audition, I believe, was a read with Camila. And then after that, I was brought in one more time, and I read with Vanessa, who plays my mother on the show. So, yeah, I mean, it was, and I think I didn't maybe find out I didn't get the job. Didn't find out I got the job maybe until like maybe a week later.
Okay.
And then when I did get the call that I got the job, I think I was on set, if not the next day.
Oh, so it was that quick?
Oh, it was.
Wow.
They don't really. Well, I asked Victoria Konefeld this. I was
Yeah.
like, how much time do you have between like you finding out you got the part? Like, do you immediately get like a pile of scripts and like the next
Yeah.
day you're in there?
Yeah, I think I maybe had
Is it
one
that
or
quick?
2 days, and before I had to be on set, and they sent me my scripts, and it was off you go.
You had done The Young and the Restless previously.
Yep.
Was there a difference in the way the two soaps kind of was one more kind of fast paced than the other one
Yeah,
in terms
Days
of
is,
filming?
Days is a lot faster.
Yeah.
Days is a lot faster. Other than that, it's pretty much the same from what I got, but Days is so fast.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. Like as an actor, do you have a preference of like would you rather just like get it one and done, or would you rather have like more prep time, more time to
feel like
kind
the-
of get into it?
I feel like the prep time is there, but I feel, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because there's things that I like and there's things that I don't like. As far as Days, because it's going so fast, you don't have that extra time to be like, hey, you know what, guys, I really didn't like that take. I want to do it again. Well, time's
Yeah.
money. We gotta go. And I felt like at Y&R you might have had a little more leeway if you didn't like something to retape. So, like I said, it's on Days. One thing that I do like, because it does go by so fast, you're not there as long. The days days go by pretty quick. So that part I do like. So
Sounds like it's much more in the moment. Like you really
You gotta
gotta
be on.
Gotta be
You
in the
gotta,
moment,
yeah,
you
you're
gotta be
on.
on. Yep, you gotta
Because
be
there's
on.
no second try.
We have some questions where the fans are going to try to get you to spill some tea from Days.
Don't put him in that position,
I know.
guys.
But I do want to give a shout out. We have a Betty Jean. She just wanted me to tell you thank you so much because she appreciates you because you always interact with her on Instagram and she just appreciates you taking the time out of your day to
No
do
problem,
that.
Betty. No
I seen a really funny question and I want to ask you where to go. And they're like, we won't tell. So I know this is a question you probably cannot answer.
She said we won't tell.
They said they won't tell. I'll find that one. But someone says to ask you if you had any scenes with Stacey. Oh, that's Chris Miller.
Can I answer that question?
Right.
Yeah, I did have scenes with Stacey.
Okay. He can answer some guys. They're trying to get you to all the tea. Rodell.
Wait till I get back to work.
They're gonna kill you.
They'll be like,
Kill me when I
They
get
were like,
back to
Lamon
work.
Archey, please report to the.
You can just blame it
Recording's
all on
office.
us,
Right
on
on the
BHL and the
loudspeaker.
fans. Rodell Demel says, what has been your favorite story on Days?
My favorite story, I would probably say, the whole story with Lonnie losing the baby and Eli being there to help her through that and also going through a loss of a child. So I would say that story.
Okay.
And I know from a fan's point of view too, I mean, I think when that scenario happens in real life, I think more of the attention is paid on the mother and the loss of, what she's going through. Yeah. But I think Days really balanced out your reactions to it. We saw it later.
Yeah.
Because you really gave your support to Lonnie and, but and I was actually surprised when you had those opportunities to break down and really connect.
Yeah.
It's like, so happy Ron and the writers did that because it's so real.
Yeah.
And those feelings need to be acknowledged. And I know the fans just were like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be able to see you go there.
Yeah. I think that.
As tough as it is, emotional.
Yeah. I think that, I made it a point to make sure that when I did do it, it really meant something, to take myself there because, I've talked about it before, just being that myself, I didn't develop a relationship with my kids until they were born, and that could have been 2 months in or whatnot. I mean, it took a little while and not to say that I didn't love them or anything like that, but just that strong father connection with the child, I didn't get that until later. So for me having to, really dive into what Eli must have been feeling without really making that connection, I had to find somewhere and bring that out. So it didn't come from me. Yeah.
And yet he says acting's easier.
Right.
Like I can't even imagine.
Like what is that?
So you're a great actor. Andrea Watson in the chat says, what do you have in your dressing room to help you relax?
My dressing room is actually pretty boring. If anything, I would say maybe some music that I'll play from my phone, but nothing. I really haven't brought anything. I did have some candles, some scented candles in there, and then Sal told me that scented candles are bad for you. Inhaling the fumes of that, she broke it down for me, so I was like, okay, no more of that.
No.
Yeah. So if y'all don't know, maybe y'all should look that up. Scented candles are supposedly no good for you. So scented candles are gone now. Shout out to Sal.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Take all the romance out.
I know, right? Just regular, just unscented candles.
Unscented?
Those are fine.
Yeah.
It's all about the lighting.
Or whatever
But
it
there's
is, if it's
aromatherapy.
organic or whatnot, it's made with organic. Whatever they put in the candles to make them smell good. If it's organic, then it's cool. But a lot of stuff that you inhale from them is no bueno.
Oh, wow.
But I do want to say that I am looking forward to what's coming with Eli. I think it's been a while since the fans have seen Eli in a more happy, uplifting place. I think he's been down for so long from with the whole drama with his mom, and it just seemed like there was always some drama going on, and he never really got to be happy.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's right. He's right though. Like,
totally.
yeah.
We would have the discussions of enough. We can't take it
Like,
anymore.
let this person be happy for a while.
Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to it myself, and I think the fans will. They'll appreciate it as well.
Nice.
We have a fan question. Sheila, who's played by T-Boz, is coming back. If you are allowed to tell, will Eli have a storyline with her, and did you share any scenes with her?
C. Yes, all of the above.
All right.
Yeah, Sheila will play a pretty big part in Eli's upcoming story.
Okay. And that was from Eli and Lonnie. Okay. You guys. What I love about your fans, because they're actually going back and forth, and they're like, guys, please, no spoilers. Don't ask these questions.
There's two sets of fans. There's the sets of fans that like want to know, and there's the other sets of fans that are good and like, no, I want to be surprised.
I'm one of
They're
those.
like,
It's like, I don't wanna
stop.
Yeah.
This is a question that I think that won't be a spoiler for you. Hayward Wong wants to know, is working with Susan and Bill Hayes the best?
Yes, it really is. They are absolutely fantastic. I mean, even when I'm not working with them, I can chill and chop it up with them in the makeup room. They're just so easy to talk to. Some people aren't that way, but those two people are so easy to talk to. And as many years as they have been there, oftentimes when people have been coming to the same place for as many years as they've been on the show, you can get into a zone where you're just like, oh, I just want to do my thing. I don't want to get the hell out of here. They're not like that at all. They are extremely happy to be there and just very warm and so, like I said, so easy to talk to.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that.
How did you feel when you found out your character was going to be like part of a core family?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited. You know, I think it's anytime someone comes on to a show like Days of Our Lives or any show, you want to have a strong bond or just you want to be a part of something.
Right.
You know, you don't want to be just left on the outside and you're just easy to kick off. So I was definitely happy to be a part of history on the show for sure as the first African American Horton. So I was definitely happy about that. Yeah.
That's amazing. So we're gonna do something a little different today, and I want the fans to get involved, and I want Tami and Mike to get involved as well. We're gonna do something like a rapid 5 questions, where I'm just gonna ask you random questions. You have to answer them as fast as possible. Okay? And you guys watching and listening, you guys can ask us some questions, and you guys can jump into. These are just really random, just a way the fans to get to know you a little different.
Okay.
If they don't know you already, I'm gonna turn this around so
I
you
see
can't
you doing
see.
it.
They're not bad. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I said 5, but it's 8, but I'll try.
Oh my God.
I tricked you. The first question, what's your favorite food?
Pizza was the first thing that came to mind.
All right. Your favorite movie?
Menace to Society.
That's a good one. I was actually going to wear my Menace to Society shirt. Where did you and your fiance meet?
At a fashion show in Santa Monica. It was the first annual Vibe Awards. It's not annual anymore. They don't have the fashion show anymore. But at the Vibe Awards fashion show.
Nice. Besides Game of Thrones, what are you watching on TV right now?
I'm getting ready to start Ozark season 2.
Very good. Do you have a top 5 of your favorite rappers, and who's in your top 5?
Tupac is number 1, always will be. After that, I gotta put Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem, and half and half, CeeLo, because he sings and raps.
Oh, very good. What's your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Me too. I love Thanksgiving.
My birthday's around Thanksgiving. It's the best. It's the best. You said this earlier, but what's your sign?
Aries, April 9th is my birthday.
Yeah. If you were not acting and modeling, what would you be doing right now?
I probably I would be working with animals. I was a veterinarian technician for about 10 years.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah, I was an emergency
That's
veterinarian
amazing.
Oh,
for
good for
10
you.
years. So I would be working with
Wow.
animals. Yeah.
Okay.
That must have been hard.
At the
you work
beginning,
in
yeah, but
ER.
then after a while, it really is a job. You see so much,
Yeah.
and you kind of, I don't want to say you get immune to it, but in a way, I mean, yeah, you kind of do. I mean, it's kind of the same thing as someone who works in the ER at a human hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, they see so much. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of is what it is. I mean, people.
It's
they get a
just part of the
shot.
job. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Yep.
Do you have any pets now?
No, my dog passed about 3 years ago. So I haven't really hit that moment yet where I'm like,
Not
I need
ready
a
yet,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Takes a while.
Yeah.
Takes a while.
Gotta grieve first.
yeah, one day.
Oh. Well, see, that wasn't bad. That was
No,
the
that wasn't
rapid
bad.
question.
No,
See?
that was
easy.
great.
That
You
was
got a
easy.
little nervous. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
that was
not.
easy. That was easy.
I'll take a few more questions from the chat. Andrea Watson wants to know, how far in advance do the cast members find out what is going to happen?
I would say about maybe a week before, unless Albert, who is the executive producer, pulls us to the side and says, "Hey, we have a big story coming up for you. This is what's going on." But other than that, I mean, we get our scripts usually about, on average, a week before we shoot.
Nice. You guys are coming with all the good questions.
Did they call for the storyline about Lonnie and the baby? Is that a situation where they pulled you aside?
Yeah.
Or were you just kind of going script by script?
I think we kind of knew ahead of time what was, that she was going to get pregnant. But I think we found out pretty last minute that she was going to lose the baby. That we found out pretty last minute. But we knew, what was going to happen. She was going to get pregnant and all that ahead of time. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I got one more question for you from Crazy for Jelly. Well,
Is it Jelly or Gelly?
probably Gelly.
Because it's Gabby Eli.
And
always say
that's literally
Jelly.
the question that I'm about to ask. Will Eli share any scenes with Gabby? Anyway, you guys are gonna get him in trouble.
I don't know if I want to. No, I'm gonna pass on that one.
We're gonna pass. That's fine. Totally fine.
Pass on that question.
Don't worry, your other fans got your back. They're like, stop it, stop asking these questions.
That would spoil some stuff.
Oh no, we don't want no spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh man, well we are running out.
But
of
I love
time.
you guys. I do love Crazy for Jelly. Thank you for all the support. Love you guys.
Yes, they're excited. A lot of when you said your birthday, you said you were an Aries. A lot of your fans are April 9th, April 17th. They love you so much. They want you to take more selfies.
Aw, don't force the man. Come on.
You have the best fans. Best fans.
I love them. I love them so much.
Well, we appreciate you. We thank you so much for kicking in with us. You have to come back and hang out with us. We have to do more of this. I need to come in and sit with you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk more of your career and what's going on.
Yes.
To the fans, we love you. We appreciate you guys. Before we go, tell everyone where they can find you on all social media.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lamon Archey, LamonArchey.
And you guys, tell everyone where they can find you guys at.
On Twitter, you can find me at Tami Goveia, and on Insta and Facebook, Tami Goveia Official.
On Instagram, you can find me at MLMattis, and you can find me on Twitter at MLMattis1.
You guys can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom. Don't judge my social media name. It's just there. We at BHL, we want to thank you guys for joining with us. We want to thank Lamon for hanging out with us. And don't worry, he'll be coming back. And you guys can ask all the questions, but no spoilers this time.
Yeah.
For all BHL, make sure you guys follow us on all social media, on Twitter, Facebook. You can listen to us on SoundCloud and iTunes, and you can watch us. And when you guys are listening, I'm so sorry. Make sure you guys give us 5 stars and some thumbs up. We love and we appreciate you guys. And when this is over, you guys can keep commenting and keep talking in the chat, so that way they can talk about it on their soap show. Make sure you guys come back next week.
Thank
See you
you
guys
for tuning
later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.